Is this good? Is it fun to play in? I'd like to come here and play as well. Can I come too? Do you think I'm too big? I promise not to muck it up. Isn't it fun having all this new stuff?
I'm not fun with you.
Oh, it's not fun if I'm in it. Oh, you're very protective of your stuff. Anyway, it's been really... I'll get back up again now. It's wonderful to see this place transformed. I remember coming here 10 or 15 years ago for the first time. This is just an extraordinary transformation. And you've just made it so magical for the kids. You cannot ask for somewhere better than this, which has got trees, open areas, and playgrounds. I remember coming and looking at this place when I deposited my now 25-year-old, who's now married, next door at the Bulimba preschool when he was a 4-year-old. And I've seen these places change and evolve over time. And of course the big thread of continuity is folks like these who act as the teachers and who provide so much care for these little possums on their way through. Just something on the policy front is how did all this program nationally come about? I've just been chatting with our friends in the Office of Early Childhood Education from the state government. Back in 2007, we said nationally that every 4-year-old in the country should have access to early childhood education, and that they should have access to literacy and numeracy so that when they hit primary school, they're actually not going to be lagging behind. And you guys have been doing this here terrifically well. But rather than just announce a policy, what we then put together was about a $950 million package for all the states to do this sort of work. The Queensland allocation from the Australian government's about $250 million over that 5-year period. And the Office of Early Childhood Education confirmed that, in fact, the bulk of the funding here comes from that pool. So I'm very pleased about that in partnership with the state. Because this is where it all makes a difference on the ground. They also tell me that we are engaged in about 180 projects statewide to lift the standards of early childhood education right across Queensland. We've got about 15 which are in the process of being completed in terms of physical construction like this. This is all good stuff. It's great for Bulimba, but it's also very good for Queensland and it's very good for the country. And my last word is this. Apart from having fun, for those of you who are parents, one of the things that really hits you between the eyes is this, is when you look at the analysis of who does well at school, ultimately, it's the formation of this age and younger, which is absolutely critical. There's a guy called Heckman in the United States who's been doing these studies in Chicago for about 30 years, tracing kids from preschool through to school completion, through to their work. And if they get strong foundations in pre-literacy and pre-numeracy and play-based learning now, it carries through for life. And that's what it's all about, to make a huge difference. To have fun with these possums and a place to run around, but also to make sure that the overall early childhood education environment is building block by building block, setting them up for a really bright future. So I'm really pleased that we're able to contribute to this. I'm very pleased to be able to work with the state government to bring this about. And most importantly, I'm really pleased for all these possums here who quite rightly have concluded that this playground is theirs and everybody else.